Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this T20 match between the Delhi Demons and the Kings. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the...
The Capitals choose to bat first. Not a surprise to anyone, I'd think. Certainly a good toss to win. Now it's up to the openers to prove the captain right.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Yes!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for four.
Shaw has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Hit that hard, nailed it.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for six.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Good batting.
Yep.
Get an opportunity to score and take it.
No!
There'll be one run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 12 for none. Rabada into the attack now from the north end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for four more.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
8 runs added there. The Capitals are 20 for none. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Fantastic catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Well, that was the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. Couldn't get the drive away.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with a plum.
Singh shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yes.
Finds the fielder with that shot. There's a chance if this hits.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Curran, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Beaten on the drive.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yes.
A direct hit, and this could be gone. Yeah! Trouble. Oh, gone.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Russo comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yes.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Massive chance.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes. No.
Needs a direct hit.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Capitals are 34 for 2.
Yes.
Incredible shot, straight through the covers. 4 runs.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
Russo is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Wait. Yes.
This should be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Wait.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 43 for 2. Right out of the middle.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky not to chip it straight to the fielder. A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Wait. Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. Could be close.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Gets onto the front foot and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Picks the gap perfectly.
Yes.
Misjudged that throw and the batter survived what would have been a certain run out. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. The Capitals are 58 for 2. The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle. Rabada from the south end.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
That's a very difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Warner shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. The Yorker does the trick.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Going with spin now.
Yes.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Yes.
Patel takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Needs to be on target.
Immediately underway with some runs.
That's it. Yep, yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Waiting.
Cuts
Yep.
that off well in the infield.
Go.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Wait. Yeah.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
End of a really good over. Taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate.
Yeah, yeah.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Super shot that.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot. That has raced to the boundary.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Barely seemed to hit it. And it's gone over the rope.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down.
That's the one and only short one for the over. Always good to throw it in. Tried to get the drive away. Didn't time the shot well and through to the keeper.
Yeah.
Perfect technique and placement.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
The Kings found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. And a brilliant take by the keeper.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it'd be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
The right-handed batsman is coming in at number 7 for the Delhi Demons.
Yes.
Really good shot there. Could that be out? Looks so.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Got right in behind it.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
8 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 93 for 6.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yep.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
27 for 7.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. well placed, should get a single. Quick onto that in the infield. There'll be one run here for them.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Hit.
Chance!
Yeah!
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Batsman is coming in at number 10.
Wait there.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
88 for 8.
Doesn't bother with the bat, just pad.
Yep. No! Keeper's ball!
There's a run here, surely.
Turning down runs that are that safe, it just isn't intelligent play in my book. They should be rotating the strike.
They'll get at least one.
Right in the slot, probably hit too hard, crunched it straight to the fielder.
Nice bowling. Yeah.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
Well, was that a lazy shot or a good piece of bowling? The field was set and they fell for it. Out for a duck.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Ahmed will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one, got out the way. There are no more of those in this over.
Waiting.
Brilliant diving stop.
Yep. Bowler.
Ahmed gets off the mark.
Waiting.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Didn't keep the foot behind the line. Just a slight tweak to the run-up will sort it out.
Catch.
I don't think the batter can quite believe they missed out there. It was a bit of a gift, really, and on a free hit too.
Yes.
Keeper.
Good return there, back from the deep. Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Ellis ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
For 9.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Yes.
Follow then. Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yeah.
Keeper.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
7 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 114 for 9.
Waiting. Yep. Keeper.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Misses everything.
Beautiful, slower delivery. Just hitting air on that. That was just too good.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Ellis is usually very good at not bowling no balls. Must have got something wrong with the run-up.
That wasn't the best delivery I've seen, but somehow they get away with it.
Ahmed got nothing on that as it goes over the rope.
It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. The umpire's given it as a wide.
Wait there.
This could be trouble.
Decide against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they had continued on.
Yep.
This should be close.
They would have been struggling to get back for another. A good call of no.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. You're looking for anything when it comes to a free hit as a batter. Just need to wait on it.
Yeah, yeah.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yes. No, no.
On this pitch and in these conditions, it's going to take something really special from the bowlers to win this. Really needed more runs on the board. Pressure will be right on the bowlers if they don't find early wickets. The openers will be keen to knock off these runs quickly. Not a huge total to chase down. The bowlers will need to make early inroads if they're to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Good runs, good shot, first ball of the innings.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Yeah, yeah.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait on.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yeah.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Over. The Kings are 10 for 1. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yes.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap. No interest in that one from the batter. Norkia will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Oh, nice ball.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score. Ahmed from the north end.
Yeah.
Big edge.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yes.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Thick edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Yep.
You just can't give them that much width. You bowl out there and you get what you deserve.
Warner, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
End of the over. The Kings are 26 for 1.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Edged. There's no one there. Could go down to the boundary.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Livingston has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Wide.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yes, keeper, keeper.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Yes, keeper.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Wide.
Can't get that outside the ring field. 7 runs added there. The Kings are 33 for 1. Finds the edge. Loud shout. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. The Capitals having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it though.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Pitching in line, just a case now on if it's hitting the stumps. Well, the margin in this game can be so fine. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Yep.
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Ahmed shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yeah.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
10 runs added there. The Kings are 43 for 1.
Yeah.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Bowler.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
Strong appeal.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge edge.
Yes, keeper. Yeah, yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yes, bowler.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle. Drives and misses everything.
Ahmed with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Wait on.
Quick onto that in the infield. Bowler is confident on this one.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
Sharma is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
At number 4 for the Kings.
Yeah.
They'd look for a couple here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
An inexpensive over ends. and a wicket coming from it.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Wait. Yeah.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
I'd like to see them. Aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
Wait. Wait.
That's gone.
Yeah!
Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Patel, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Livingston shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Confident appeal. Could it be?
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
They shouldn't get... too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they... they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Back go the stumps, miss the straight ball.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Patel with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Doesn't beat the infield.
Curran shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Big shout. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Oh my, that's racing away. A couple on offer here.
And with that, they're off. Off the mark.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Capitals found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Patel from the north end.
Yep.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Wait.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
They'll get at least one.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Patel doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Good bowling.
Beautiful, slower delivery. Just hitting air on that. That was just too good.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit, maybe. Couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for one.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Easy does it. First ball and gets some runs.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Short and crunched away. Only had to ease back onto the back foot and put it away.
Change of bowling, the spinner coming on to bowl.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yep. Yep.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Wait on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Right in the slot. Probably hit it too hard. Crunched it straight to the fielder.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep. Yep.
Misses everything.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Wait on. Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowlers.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Drives and misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
End of the over. The Kings are 96 for 5.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Not a bad innings. Really was starting to get the runs flowing, but cut short. Important wicket to get at this stage of the match.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler.
More decisive running may have gotten them too. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that. Not wasting any time, they're off the mark straight away.
Yep.
Gone, it's a good catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Rabada, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Patel, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end. Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh, that's a spot.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep, yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
That's the over. The Kings are 108 for 8.
Yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep. Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
A little late on that, no run scored.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, though, not the bat. Bats.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, not ball.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot ball. Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them. End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep.
A real beauty, just times it so well.
Good return, back from the deep.
Down the wicket, misses.
You can't skip down the pitch and then do a complete air shot. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Strong appeal.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. Warner given the ball for this final over. They'll need to bowl well here to win this one. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yes.
Finds the edge.
Ballers in.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yep.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Had to pull off the big dive to save some certain runs. Did it very well, did the keeper.
Looks like it's all over. Just the one run needed, and the field needs to be in to stop the single. Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. A couple on offer here.
And those are the winning runs. These two have brought home a successful run chase. The Kings.
This could very easily have gone either way. Brilliant cricket from both sides, and it's a shame there had to be a loser.
This was a lot closer than it looked